there, I'm Danny, founder and CEO at 111. On this episode of Market Recap, I'm going to break down what happened with GameStop and what it means for you. So what exactly happened? Wall Street hedge funds believe that GameStop's future looked bleak, which is understandable. GameStop is a brick-and-mortar video game retailer at a time when shopping malls are becoming irrelevant and video games are all going digital. So they placed bets that GameStop stock would decline in price. In the finance world, this bet is called a short. How does a short work? Let's say a stock is trading at $100. You don't own the stock, but you believe the price is going to drop in the near future. So you borrow a share from your broker and sell it in the market at the current price of $100. That $100 from the sale goes right into your account. But at some point in the future, you have to cover your short and give your broker back the share you borrowed. Let's say things go according to plan and the stock declines to $75. You'd use part of your original $100 to buy the stock at $75 and give it back to your broker to close the short. Then you'd keep the extra $25 as your profit. On the other hand, let's say things don't go according to plan and the stock actually increases in value to $120. Remember, you only have $100 in your account and you owe your broker a share that is now worth $120. You would have to come up with the extra $20 to buy the stock and close out the trade. And even worse, what if the stock increased to $1,000 per share? Then you'd have to come up with an extra $900 to repay your broker. This scenario, when the price of the stock is driven up and you still have to buy it back to cover your short, is called a short squeeze. And this possibility of infinite loss is what makes short selling risky and why it's considered to be an advanced strategy. Now back to what happened. Here comes Main Street. There's a community on Reddit called Wall Street Bets where amateur day traders like to hang out. The traders on Wall Street Bets speculated they could force a short squeeze scenario in some heavily shorted stocks like GameStop, which was trading around $17 per share. They rallied together to oppose hedge funds and started buying tons of GameStop stock and options. As a result, the price of GameStop started to climb. And then a chain reaction began. Some hedge funds saw GameStop's price going up and decided to buy the stock to cover their short in order to prevent any further losses. This created even more demand for GameStop stock and sent the price even higher. And then we were in the thick of a short squeeze situation. The hedge funds that still held shorts were scrambling to buy. GameStop shares peaked at $347 per share, up more than 1,700% in 2021, and several hedge funds lost a ton of money. Why is Robinhood getting so much backlash? The Wall Street Bets community primarily used the free stock trading app Robinhood. While GameStop stock was rallying, the trading app Robinhood stopped allowing investors to buy shares of GameStop, sparking mass outrage. Halting GameStop purchases made it less expensive for hedge funds to cover their shorts and prevented Main Street from increasing their gains. It seemed like the app that was created to democratize investing was siding with Wall Street and changing the rules of the game the moment Main Street was starting to beat Wall Street at their own game. Why did Robinhood halt trading? In the US, stock trades take 2 days to settle, meaning you actually have to wait 2 days to receive the shares you bought. During this 2-day period, stockbrokers like Robinhood have to put up cash collateral at a central clearinghouse, which manages the settlement process. The clearinghouse uses a complicated risk-based calculation driven by volatility of stocks to determine how much collateral every stockbroker, like Robinhood, needs to deposit with them. Simply put, it became very expensive for Robinhood to continue facilitating trades in volatile stocks like GameStop. Robinhood's CEO said he was being asked to post a $3 billion deposit and they didn't have that much cash on hand. So the company temporarily limited the buying of volatile securities like GameStop to ensure compliance. It's possible that Robinhood had no choice and did what was necessary to keep the company compliant so that they could continue to operate. That being said, Main Street investors got the short end of the stick in this situation. So now regulatory policies are getting a lot of attention and coming under scrutiny. It'll be very interesting to see how this all plays out. The big takeaway here is that short-term speculation with individual stocks can be very risky. We just witnessed a lot of people, including some of the most skilled investors in the world, lose tons of money, not because their thesis was wrong, but for an unexpected event that was completely out of their control. If you're going to speculate, only do so with money that you're completely comfortable with losing, meaning if your investment goes to zero, you would still be okay financially. The majority of your investment should be in a diversified portfolio that is tailored to your risk tolerance and long-term goals.